This is the Clarissa Wood content people have been waiting for.
Which the
Clarissa Wood's director's commentary on Sex and the City.
Clarissa, did you ever watch Clarissa Explains It All? I'm sure you get that all the time.
I did. She ruined my life. Thank you very much.
Because that's the only other Clarissa I know.
Well,
I know. And I was named
her.
after like Anthony Eden's wife. I was named after Clarissa, the first great novel by Samuel Richardson. And then I get this na 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 na. I'm like, what?
Na 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 na. Totally.
Oh, yeah. She's got a lot to answer for, that Melissa Joan Hart. Yeah.
I do. No, wasn't it? Was it Melissa?
It was Melissa. It was Melissa.
Oh, I thought it was the other one. What was the other girl's name? I can't remember. Anyway, she played another character on Nickelodeon just like that. Another blonde who anyway.
Wears overalls.
Yeah, exactly. Overalls and a pencil and a diary.
Yeah.
Here's my other question to you. What does Clarissa Wood watch when she wants to decompress? What is on Clarissa Wood's either Netflix queue or whatever it is? But I'm curious. Obviously, it is interesting. Your life switches between two very different paces.
Yeah.
And so obviously you're comfortable with that duality, which means it wouldn't be beyond the pale to me that you could be in Syria covering, a mass grave and then go home and watch an episode of Sex and the City to decompress.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just curious either what's gotten you through in certain instances,
and I want to know the
are you
dregs.
watching now?
I want to know the real trash.
Brian's been very into game shows.
Okay,
from
well,
the
I have
80s
a
and
confession
90s,
to make. I started watching a show recently that then my husband he was like, I'm going to leave you if you keep watching it. And
Geordie Shore.
I've watched plenty of Geordie Shore. That's not so bad. This is even worse because it's like deeply exploitative. They're basically put two people who've never seen each other. It's Australian.
Married at First Sight.
Thank you.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed. And they're airing Married at First Sight Australia in the US now.
Because it's so good.
I guess I haven't seen the new one, the Australian one, but it's like, I guess it's so good they brought it here. Yeah.
Oh my, and I would be like furiously Googling like how many of these couples actually stay together and like starting to like talk with an Australian accent because I feel like so invested in the characters.
Yeah.
And yeah, anyway, my husband was like, time out. We are not watching this anymore.
That's a pretty good one though. I mean, that's a good decompressor.
That's like a breastfeeding excuse, isn't it?
Yes.
I have to watch this while I'm breastfeeding. I have to just pick something I can watch 25 minutes of at a time.
Exactly.
That's the whole idea when you're breastfeeding is you just watch garbage and you say, well, this is the only thing I can't pay attention to a narrative show while I'm doing this. So
yeah.
I have to watch this. I don't have a choice.
I love that. Truly, I've loved that show.
That's all the excuses when you're breastfeeding.
You're saying I love breastfeeding, and I was like,
I love it. I really just do. I can't. I mean, I go up to women and I say, "Can I shake your hand?
Yeah.
Thank you." Yeah.
Do you have this is a very personal question, but
That's
do you have a limit on that so that you're able to go back to work? Is it, do you have a number like if I do this for 32 days, my son will be attached and then I can go to Syria for 2 weeks?
Okay. So for me, it's
bonding,
not about like
for some people, it's about bonding.
Going and traveling. No, we're bonded. Like we get along fabulously. He's almost 3 months. It is really stressful. And he's built like a sumo wrestler. So like he's permanently hungry. So I'm like, buddy, when we get to 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Gave you a good start. And then you gonna just start.
You got all the enzymes and the antibodies. And now you can go eat a steak on your own.
And the whole breastfeeding obsession, honestly, I think breastfeeding is great. I'm not knocking it. But when you've been to places where like, women would cut off their right arm to give their kid formula, it gives you a slightly different perspective on the whole kind of breastfeeding mafia who like go up to people who are bottle feeding their babies in playgrounds and say those like, are very child abuse.
Very first world problems.
But all that said, Clarissa,
it's like organic fruit. I'm like, okay, everybody, pipe down.
Agreed. But I have to be honest with you. All that said, he will never forgive you for this. Ever.
And also, I only buy organic fruit, so I'm a total hypocrite.
Same, except for citrus. Sometimes I'll be like, "Look, you're not. It doesn't actually even matter because it has this crust or whatever rind.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really peel. So it doesn't really.
Does your orange have a crust?
That's how often I eat oranges.
What kind of citrus are you eating?